by the way, as a marketer, all of marketing is communication, all of conversion is communication. If you can learn how to effectively communicate your ideas and thoughts, you will be able to effectively sell. And you can practice communication in your relationships, right? At the end of the day, your ability to communicate is going to dictate your success in relationships, the intimacy that you have in your life, your success in business. So send a survey request, let people tell you what they actually think, and then use that information to make your business and your products and services better. Okay, incentivize video review. This is the landing page I was telling you. Notice you get social proof from this. We have multiple media formats on the landing page. We actually send all of the instructions that are on the landing page in the email. This is the email right here. It says everything that's on the landing page. So someone could literally just read the email and then do it. A lot of people click through, but a lot of people just email us back without ever clicking the link saying, here's my video. So that's a post-purchase automation sequence that you can use in your business to generate assets that you can use for conversion and also repeat business from your customers, which I'm talking about just right now, is generating repeat business. List nurturing and what I call third contact direct response marketing. Something we've been doing for many, many years in the room business because again, well, I'll tell you in a second about that. So all of my businesses, I'll actually tell you about it right now. I didn't know when this slide was coming. All of my businesses do the same thing. They all engage people in a conversation about a topic that's relevant to their life and interests. They then request that they join whatever kind of club I've got, a Facebook like, an email, or whatever, and then they make them offers, and then they do the same thing over again. At the end of the day, it's about being in conversation with your prospects. I don't care if you sell a product that's only sold, because I was talking to a guy and he's like, look dude, I only sell a product that's sold through query-based traffic. Contextual traffic doesn't work for my product. People are only searching for it with query. Okay, fine. Maybe your front-end sales come through query, but your back-end communication can be about the problems that your product solves, about what your customer is experiencing, etc. So, types of emails that you want to send out to people. Trust builders, things that build trust, social proof, case studies, testimonials, social proof, I just said that, content emails that are related to stuff that they like. Doesn't even have to be a sales email, right? Offers. You don't want to send an offer very often. You can have what's called soft sells, a piece of content that they're going to like with a soft sell in there. We do a lot of face-to-camera video, and we market these videos on Facebook. And we get, the goal of these isn't direct response, it's to engage with past customers, right? And new customers, and then new customers. So after they've seen a video, we then hit them with a direct response offer. That's why it's called third contact direct response. We engage them with video and with content, and then we retarget them with a direct response offer. And these are the direct response ad kind of type of ads we use, right? It's all content related. We send people to content, which I'll talk about in just a moment. But interestingly, the easiest way to do this is with Facebook audiences. They make them for you. Put a video on Facebook, you advertise it, it'll make an audience of the people who viewed it, and then you can target that audience with a direct response offer. And the click-through rate and conversion rate of that direct response offer is significantly higher than just trying to target people and say, buy my stuff. Because, well, let's talk about before, let me tell you about what to broadcast to your subscribers, and then I'll tell you about how to sell stuff on the front end. Hey, we've got new stuff you might like. Random holiday sale. It's National Dog Day. Check out our stuff. Content, funny stuff, image-heavy stuff. Any value that you can think of. Any value that you can think of. Tips that will help you in your emails. Always use deadlines. This thing ends at this time. If you're not using deadlines, then you're going to have a harder time closing the sale. Good-looking design actually matters. It really does. Maybe not video quality, although sound quality certainly does matter. Jared was spot on with that. We've tested that. But good-looking design in emails helps with click-through rate of the email, and that's straight out of our split test. Images sell the click. Use images in your emails. Everyone has an HTML loader now, and they can load that and also ask people to buy from you. If you're not saying, hey, buy my stuff, then they won't buy it from you. So pictures with words on them. This is like the best thing to give, and Mari mentioned this, or someone else mentioned this. The best thing that you can do to engage your past customers with content that's not sales related is pictures with words on them. It keeps people engaged, it promotes the community and the message. Post those daily if you can. Have your designer go pick 300 quotes from people that you like and that are relevant to your brand. Have your designer create images and post them on Instagram each day, and Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest, and then include them in the emails that you send with links to share. We do this on all of our brands. It works really well. You can see we do funny stuff like, I wonder who was the first person to look at the beehive and think, those things are hiding something delicious in there. I know it. Like stuff that people are going to like, because we have, all of our brands are organic and edible and sustainable and green, because at the end of the day, if you don't believe in what you're selling, if you're selling crap, then like, what are you doing, man? Get out of here. Don't use any of the stuff I just told you to sell bad stuff. Sell stuff that you believe in, that's good, that you stand behind, that you feel good about, because you will sabotage yourself if you don't believe in your product. All right, now we'll talk about what I believe to be the most important part of business. I meet so many people who are one-product wonders. You guys remember that guy? I don't know, it's like maybe 2001. He had this song. It was, for some reason, it's been in my head the other day. A little bit of anyone remember that? What was the guy's name? A little bit of no? Lou Bega. That's right. This dude had like a hit, man, and then he was gone. You don't want to be a one-product wonder. The cross-sell is queen. It's not king because we're erasing chauvinism in our language right now. Cross-sell is queen. So you've got to have an ascension path. You've got to have multiple things, multiple offers to make to customers. And you have to make them offers based on what they purchase. And that's what I'm going to tell you about right now. Dynamic and behavioral cross-selling and upselling. And what this does for you, so the reason why I'm able to do so well in my business is because I understand this concept. If I go out and spend $40 to acquire a sale, I'm going to make $100 or $150 on that customer because I understand how to engage them in a conversation and cross-sell and upsell them onto related products that they might like based on what they purchased. Because if you can only, like let's say your average order value is like $50 and your profit's $35, you can only afford to spend $35 to acquire a customer if you don't have an additional offer or an ascension plan. And I can afford to spend $100 because I make $150, you know what I mean? So the more that you can engage people and make additional offers, the more you can spend on marketing. We do not chase our prospects anymore. We don't send people to straight offers. We don't go from a Facebook ad or a Pinterest ad or an Instagram ad or a Google display ad. We spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on direct response advertising. Probably about half of it on Google and Facebook, 40% on, half of it on Facebook and Instagram, 40% on Google Display Network, about 10% on Pinterest. I think we're getting Pinterest up to like 3 or 4 grand a day, so we're getting pretty big there. But the way we used to do it back in the day is we'd be like, hey, buy our stuff. And that was cool, and that worked for a while, but that's the old model. Now what you want to do, that's the old, you suck, give me money strategy. You're broken, we got a solution. No, not good. What you want to do is let people chase you. You want to reverse the frame, as they say in NLP, which is, so normally it's like, hey, buy my stuff. Now what we do is we send them to a piece of content that engages them in a conversation about a topic that they're interested in. The content also relates to a problem that our product solves, and then alludes to a solution, which is our product. And then they click through from the content to go look at our product. If you sell SaaS, this is a case study. If you sell physical products, it's a listicle, like what we do. But the difference here is now they're chasing your offer. They went from a piece of content and said, oh, I want to look at this solution, instead of you being like, buy my stuff. I call it the Dipsy Doodle and the Don Daliver. So here's what it is, okay? It's called the Dipsy Doodle. What is it? You got to do it like this now. Come on, guys. We're here for 15 more minutes. You're going to be hammered. Let's do this one more time. There you go. All right, so here's what it is. Traffic source. We use Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Google Display Network to a pre-sale engagement page. I'm going to teach you how to write these things. Then they go through to a sales page, then to a checkout sequence, and then to a post-purchase automation and follow-up. Now, it starts with traffic, goes to an article. Notice there's not even a click-through rate above the fold on most browsers. And everyone would tell you, your advertising is going to bomb if there's no click-through rate above the fold. I am buying sales at an average order value of $80 a sale for $11 in some cases off of Facebook. I'm paying around $35 to $40, sometimes up to $60 on Google. I'm paying about $50 on Instagram right now. But anyways, the point is that this is the most effective way of selling that I have ever seen. I didn't invent it. soap operas were invented by Johnson & Johnson and Dove and Procter & Gamble to engage their community that they were communicating with, which was stay-at-home housewives, with content and then put product placements in there. Red Bull had a guy jump from outer space to sell you a beverage. American Idol is a giant piece of content designed to sell you a record. The Biggest Loser, you ever notice they keep selling those turkeys in every commercial? So content marketing, engaging someone with a piece of content that they are interested in and then making them an offer has been around forever. I'm just doing it online. Then we go, and in our case, we're not even going to a sales page, we're literally going to the category page in our store. Check out our stuff. They have to click through to a product, then they have to click on a landing page for a product, then they got to, this is the whole funnel. We do a lot on Pinterest now. It's coming up as an advertising network. It'll be great. Pinterest's big play is to be a comparison shopping engine. They're making a play at Google Shopping. They want to be where people go to search for products. It's a great network to advertise on, mostly women right now. I've got a whole course on Pinterest advertising. We do a lot on it. We're pretty good friends with those guys. But that's what it would look like. Now, what's interesting is when you combine this with retargeting. For the first 9 months we were doing this, and we've been doing it for several years now. If anyone went to the Traffic and Conversion Summit, they started talking about it. Now what we do is we combine it with retargeting. At first we were just not even doing any retargeting because we were busy and we've got multiple brands and it was working. Now, if they make it to the pre-sale engagement, this is important. If they make it to the pre-sale engagement page, and they don't click through to the offer, we retarget them with more content. We don't retarget them with product offers. They didn't show interest in our product. We have to engage them with more content before we can try to sell them. If they make it to the sales page, they showed interest in the product and you can retarget them with the product. Does that make sense? Okay, little tip for retargeting. If you're not retargeting across Facebook and Google, you're missing out. Google, you can put a Google pixel and a Facebook retargeting pixel on there. You can now upload your email addresses, just rolled out in Google. It actually has a higher match rate than Facebook, 52% to 48%. You can upload all your past customers into Google and you can retarget them on the Google Display Network. Everyone is afraid of the Google Display Network. Google with YouTube, with Google Search, with their Google Shopping, and with Google Display Network has $52 billion in ad revenue compared to Facebook's $7 billion. The inventory is much wider. Facebook is a better system. It is easier to use for sure, and it's going to eventually probably at least compete, if not overtake them, the way things are going. But right now, Google should not be ignored. So this is the